Thank you, Queen.
I cried all the way through.
Hey, what's up, my peoples, and welcome back to my channel. This is your girl, Rita Garcia, and today in this video, we are going to the Elizabeth Taylor fundraiser. It's the Gala, but the foundation of Elizabeth Taylor. The foundation of Elizabeth Taylor, just in case you don't know who is Elizabeth Taylor, I'm gonna pop the contacts later to give it a little more. Elizabeth Taylor and Marilyn Monroe. So we're gonna be going to this the fundraiser, and they do this every year. It's a foundation that actually it's fighting against AIDS and HIV. You should look into this, but every year they do a gala, and this gala there's gonna be, well, they say that there's so many people going, and I was invited. So I am taking this opportunity to be able to record every moment if I can. I'm gonna try to record this step and repeat a little bit of the event. They calling me again. Give me a second. So that was Queen Victoria calling me again. We're trying to get a crown for her, and she is shopping for a crown at this time. Last minute, she was supposed to pick me up. I'm about to do her glam, by the way, and I did some finger waves and whatnot, but I have it pinned up. I don't know if you can see the back. I'm trying to record my phone because I'm a little upset because I am gonna be in a gala. I'm gonna be all dressed up. I'm not gonna be able to carry the big bag and to be able to have live my DJI Pocket Osmo Pocket 3. I don't want to be with the camera recording and whatnot. I think I'm just gonna take my phone and I'm gonna remember to be able to vlog a little bit of the dinner, a little bit of the event, the venue, my total look of the outfit, and some of the people that are going with me. We're going in a good representation. It's a group of TGI people from the community, and we're having a table. So that is amazing. If I'm not mistaken, the tables, each ticket is almost 2 grand. So we're very excited about having this experience and being impacted by the spirit of Elizabeth Taylor and be able to make this experience wonderful and be able to change and motivate my life a little more and just become different. I would actually want to come out different of this event, and I want you to come with me to see a little bit about that, to see what's going to be happening. They mentioned that some artists are usually go there. They have celebrities going there. I think some kids of Michael Jackson is gonna be there. So hopefully I get to take pictures or video or something because I need to document this. This is nothing that happens normally, and I was invited by the grace of God because I was not even on the list of nothing. So I really appreciate Queen Victoria. Of course, I just met her, sure that I'm gonna do her glam and for this invite. And I'm looking forward to have an amazing dinner, an amazing time with beautiful people, but overall to connect with energetically and be able to tap of the iconic, beautiful, the Queen of Hollywood. This is a magazine. This is crazy. So if you never tap into law of attraction manifestation, it's just use a little bit of your imagination. I had this magazine. I don't know what captivated me about this magazine. I think I stole this magazine when I decided, but I don't know, anyway. I don't know that. Anyways, so I got this magazine and I was holding on it. So when the invite came, I was like, oh my God. So even though I was not exactly pulling, but the power and the connection with the Queen of Hollywood got me to be blessed and be able to go to her fundraiser. I know that her spirit is going to be most likely there. And I want to see that. I want to see how people rejoice and root her and praise her for an amazing journey and an amazing legacy left in the world. And now that we're being able to make a movement helping others. And I am so excited. So without further ado, while you subscribe to my channel, let the show begin. Que bella, right? She is gorgeous. I have to show you a little bit of the magazine. So this is the magazine. Before we go to the event, we have Elizabeth Taylor. I want to just go through certain looks and some of the iconic looks. I don't want to use all the battery of the phone, but she has so many different looks in this magazine. It's about her and her journey, and she is Hollywood royalty. Look at her crown, Queen Elizabeth. This is iconic. She was known by her eyes being purple. So this is, you look at that, fantastic. And she was a born artist. She is also the lady that did the artist, I'm sorry, Queen Elizabeth. She is the artist that actress that did the girl. Espérate, who's her? I lost it. This is Cleopatra. She did Cleopatra in 1963, the real movie. There's other movies too that she made, but this is iconic. She has so many iconic moments, love stories. The star was born when she started acting, and look how beautiful. Natural beauty. Look at her when she was acting a little girl that she took over that acting. I saw this. And there's so many more wedding. This is something that, oh, I should do a picture like her. So, a scene that I treasured. And today I am blessed because I am going to be going to this fundraiser with Elizabeth Taylor Foundation. And I'm taking you with me. So, buckle up. Let's go. Right now, I am actually getting in the final touches and final. I'm getting shiny. Let me put the AC because I turned off the AC because I was about to record this video. However, honey, we can't do that. Stick to the sound a little bit. I have the mic, so it shouldn't be a problem. The goal here is to finish packing, making sure I have everything with me. I'm having coffee at this point because I cannot eat no more during the rest of the evening because the dress that I'm gonna wear is tight to the skin that you have to wear the perfect underwear and everything so to be able to make it work. I'm so excited and it's gonna be so fun. I wanna see what is gonna be the menu, how the tables are set up, if there's any sculpture or any photos of her. We're about to give a look. I did the hair this morning. It's some old Hollywood wave. And later it's pinned. I don't know if you can really appreciate that. But we're gonna let it go later, touch up a little of the shiny one now. My focus now is to make sure that I have everything. But let me just start getting everything because I have packed the stuff to take and making sure I have everything, making sure I'm giving food for my baby Coco. He's sleeping. He sleeps during the day, so I had to leave him dinner now because I am not gonna make it for dinner. But I'm super excited. I'm going with few friends. I can't wait to see what they're gonna be wearing too because it's gala. So we have to, it's a formal event. There's no jeans, there's no t-shirts, no sneakers. It's like a gala. You have to be very fancy, very glamorous, very caviar. You know what I mean? I don't know if you know what I mean. I was trying to do a little, but girl, I'm gonna continue here processing and making sure I don't leave nothing. And I'm gonna be waiting for Queen Victoria and make sure that I don't waste the battery. So I don't know if during the process I'm gonna be able to record what they're saying because sometimes they put music and the copyright and stuff like that. But I'm gonna do the most as I can and be able to record vertical, horizontal for all the social medias, for YouTube, for you, for them, for everywhere, for everybody. I need to share this. I have to document this and be able. I need to brush my tongue or have something, a red candy, girl. Because the salen one now, the milk from the cream from the coffee. That's not giving, girl. Anyway, I'll fix that later with a red candy. Y la lengua me queda rojita así. Mira, estoy bien contenta, estoy bien lucida, and I have to give glory to God for this opportunity. I am so excited. I don't know what's going to happen after, but I am sure that I am going to be able to take as much as content I can to be able to al cruce que me tire yo a pie plom plom. Mami, ahí voy a darlo todo. Wait until you see my outfit, by the way. Speaking of which, And I can't wait what the other people's gonna wear. We can't give him a costume. And then I had this eye. This eye was red. That's why I don't have contacts. So if you didn't know, because everybody thinks that my eyes are light, and I've been wearing contacts for the longest. So let me just come out, get clear the air, and come clean with you guys. So I usually wear contacts all the time. Whoever thinks they'll say beautiful eyes, I'll say thank you. I don't say they're contacts. Right now, I'm trying to rest the eye for 2 days because it was all red, and you see a little bit. It's a little bit of red right there. But I'm still taking the contacts, and most likely I'll pop the contacts to go to the event and take them out when I get out of it. Trust the process. I don't know if this is right or wrong, but I don't know the looks. I need the I'm just complicated. I'm just a little complicated. Bear with me. So let me just get my stuff together and wait for Queen Victoria to be able to go to the Connie Norman, and then we'll change there, and then we're going to the event. So let's do that. Me, come. There's not enough time for a photo. Say something. Hola. Hola. Transexuales. Lucas. It's so dark back there.
Difficulty facing those we serve, we ask Cookie Johnson to step in for Elizabeth's voice this year and be our 2025 ETAF champion. Both she and Urban are speaking out on
Prevention and treatment programs are being dismantled. Just as Elizabeth would do, I'm standing up for those most marginalized and asking for everyone's help. Go to etaf.org to learn more, and we appreciate your support.
As she said before, that there are people that are still they're still getting the disease and people are still dying, because I think a lot of our young people don't believe that they can die from this disease. They think it's like any other STD where you get it, you get on medication, you're gonna be fine. I don't need to worry about it. So we need to start yelling, we need to start talking about this, because we need to talk, parents need to talk to their children, we need to talk to our communities. And then we're also noticing that, and I'm sure they'll talk about this later, that older people there's a rise of older people getting the disease. And I think that has a lot to do with that little blue pill. And a lot of actually active and not used to being, out there and not knowing the rules.
To really hold space for compassion, and to even perhaps reflect upon moments in our own lives where one, maybe we could have been a little bit more compassionate toward the other, and two, to use tonight's event and the remarks that have been shared and that will be shared as inspiration moving forward to practice being compassionate in our day-to-day lives. At this time, we'd like to ask you to please turn your attention to the screens to learn more about our presenting sponsor, Gilead Sciences, followed by dinner. And then
the territory.
I'm actually really sorry.
Okay. Good, Lisa.
This year is how unprecedented, how shocking, how bewildering. Because this work must go on more so now in this room, to everyone here and to our partners. And so if I may ask for another applause for everybody here. And I'd also like to take this moment to offer a special thanks to our longstanding partner, Gilead. Gilead has not only supported our HIV is not a crime work here at ETAF, but as you know, Gilead is also at the forefront of prevention therapeutics. And here joining us
the Gilead Sciences, literally the scientist that spent 17 years. It recognizes exemplary leadership in the fight against HIV and AIDS. This evening, I'm honored to present this year's award to someone who uses her platform to model courage and compassion in a truly inspiring way. Tina Knowles is an incredible advocate for people living with HIV. Her work to destigmatize HIV and raise awareness has saved countless lives. And now, just to put that into focus, let's watch this video.
way through. On July 29th, 1998, my best friend since the day I was born, my confidant, the person who could make me laugh, and who could read another to fifth better than anyone, my protector, my ride or die, passed away from complications related to AIDS. Around 1994, the man who helped me to raise my daughters and whom I credit their love of house music and dance to, started the battle of his life. I watched as many of his friends were abandoned, shamed, shunned, and left to die alone. There was great ignorance then, hate, misinformation, judgment, and most of all, fear surrounding this horrible disease. At that time, medication, education, and effective treatment were not accessible, making any hope to survive at that time not very promising. HIV was a death sentence. The medication and treatments were limited and only available to a choice few. The life-saving drug that was a combination cocktail did not hit the market until 1996. Sadly, too late for our beloved Johnny. Even though we watched him waste away and suffer greatly, Johnny was one of the lucky ones. You see, he had a family that cherished and supported him and surrounded him with love until the end. But that was far from the norm. Elizabeth Taylor had begun her fight years before and came guns a-blazing, totally determined to fight this disease and stigma that surrounded this plague that was spreading like wildfire. She lost many of her best friends. She spoke out when others were afraid. A very admired, accomplished superstar actress and the first celebrity to step out and be so brave to speak out. She was fearless. She said what others were thinking, but didn't have the courage to say. She challenged presidents and the community to dig deep for their compassion and humanity. She tirelessly raised countless funds for research and free services for those who were suffering, because yes, it does take money. She raised awareness and education. She fought hard to dispel all the myths and lies about HIV and how it was contracted. She motivated others to get involved and to become as brave as she was. She once said, fighting AIDS has become a full-time job. I shudder to think that if we did not have this incredible warrior,
Good evening. I found myself facing discrimination, not only because of my actions, but
DNA, the sometimes incorrigible, but always empathetic young Tina Beyonce did her best to make things right for others. She joined St. John's United Methodist Church and immediately helped with its food program for the unhoused, many from the LGBTQ+ community. When her community started feeling ravaged by the HIV/AIDS crisis, she continued doing her part. The crisis hit home when her nephew and best friend, Johnny Rittenhouse, known to the world now as Uncle Johnny, lost his battle with HIV/AIDS in the late 90s.
Johnny lived life which is different from just living. Every day he found something funny or made it so, and you just couldn't be around Johnny without laughing your head off.
Uncle Johnny's undeniable inspiration has had a lasting effect on me and my sister Solange, and we both share his inspiration through our art. Tina has worked closely with myself at the Be Good Foundation since 2013, where she is the chairwoman to help communities in crisis. She co-founded Waco Theater Center to provide a platform for the art community to exhibit their visual and performing arts, as she has mentored young children from Los Angeles communities. It was named one of the Women of the Year by Glamour magazine, and early in 2025, Billboard magazine named her as the Mother of the Year. Throughout all her success intentional work on HIV/AIDS awareness. In early 2022, she joined a video campaign, Me and You, You and Me, with basketball star Jalen Rose, with the goal of bringing communities together to destigmatize and normalize a new type of conversation around HIV prevention. For World AIDS Day 2022, she spoke to ABC News for the special viral A World Without AIDS, recounting Uncle Johnny's life.
Johnny was a light. I'm sure he's in heaven loving the fact that he's famous now.
Tina Knowles was a key panelist for the Black AIDS Institute's discussion on women and HIV prevention.
First and foremost would be to educate yourself, finding out what the statistics are, how it's affecting our people, how you can help.
In 2023, she was recognized for her work to broaden the discussion on HIV/AIDS with the Diva Foundation's Ivy Ralph Legend of Distinction Award.
Let's all do our part to educate ourselves and to be able to speak intelligently about this virus.
To my mother and my hero, Tina Knowles, we are all grateful for your hard work, love, empathy, acceptance, and belief in the human spirit to thrive. Tonight, we are proud to honor you with the 2025 Elizabeth Taylor Commitment to End AIDS Award.
Please let's have another round of applause for Ms. Tina Knowles.
Thank you.
Thank you for dancing with me.
Thank you. Girl. Literally look like we're just coming out of the... Hey, this is crazy. With Elizabeth Taylor, Queen Victoria. Queen Victoria and Queen Elizabeth Taylor, girl. The tea, honeybee. Wow.